Okay, guys, hello again. So, day 122 in a row. 122日 in a row. So, yeah, I think we just know it by now. Never going to stop. And 34 subscribers. Wow. 34 subscribers. And also 34 followers on Twitch. Amazing. So yeah, it's just very nice. I really love this journey. I just love it every day. I feel more motivated than the previous day, which is amazing. I'm just never going to stop. I'm going to
Hello.
keep going every day. But so today, as for today, 今日は because it has been a long time since I watched a couple of videos from zero, Japanese from zero. I think we're going to watch a couple of videos and keep the Anki for tomorrow. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Let's just watch a couple of videos and that's it, I think, for today. So maybe two, three videos. Let's see. Okay, so
This
let's
is
just watch.
Japanese from Zero. I'm George Trombley, and we are moving
George
through
Trombley.
book 3 of Japanese from Zero. This is going to be lesson 4 today. But I do want to
Okay.
do one quick
Couple
thing
of videos and
because the
that's
last
it.
video that I shot, I was talking about this book, Kanji from Zero, and I had a different version of it. This is the actual released version. The color is so much better. I don't know what I did different, honestly. But something I did different in the process made it look so much more pretty. So I put the pretty version up here. And this has all of the new added stuff after the first revision. So this is it. This is actually first edition. This is not the sample anymore. And it is really beautiful. And today, after this very video, we're going to be doing the very first Kanji from Zero video series. Very excited about that, so look for that. But right now it's book 3, and we're moving through its lesson. Oops, I thought I was already on this. Nothing's moving. Give me a second. I thought I was moving already. We're not moving. Here we go. Lesson 4. Today we're going to be doing lesson 4, and lesson 4, super important. This is a big lesson, yet very, very easy to do. And your Japanese, if you've just been following the book, is getting ready to take a big leap forward. We're going to talk about expressing our opinion, but it's not just expressing opinion. That is the overall topic of the lesson. But we're going to learn a thing that lets us do a lot more things. And we do need to know these kanji right here. In the book, we progressively...
So Yasumi, 上、下, Hidari, I think. Hidari means left, and Migi. Or Migi Hidari. Hidari Migi or Migi Hidari. Not sure. Not sure which is which. I think this one is Migi and this one is Hidari. I think.
we teach kanji, and in lesson 4 it opens up with teaching these 5 kanji, which are Yasumi,
Yasumi,
Ue, Shita,
Ue, Shita,
Hidari, and
Hidari.
Migi, which
Okay,
means
so Hidari and Migi. Okay.
to take a break, up, down,
Down,
left, and
left.
right. But we're not going to be doing that
Hidari.
right now because this is not kanji from Zero. So today we're going to need some new words. There's a lot. There's more new words in the lesson that I'm going to cover here, as always. But these are just the ones that we're going to use in this particular broadcast. This one, omou. Omou. Omou means to think. To think. Now, there is another way to say think, like I'm considering it kind of a think. That's not this one.
Are you in 5 or in 4? I'm not sure. Maybe at the end of N5, I think. At the end of N5. I think soon. I think I need one more month. One more month to be N4. So I'm doing this Genki. I think so. Right now I am in lesson. I think lesson 14. I finished lesson 14. So I think that in a month, if I manage to finish all of this, like nine more lessons, I will definitely be N4. I think so, not sure. No, no, but actually no. If I finish Genki, if I finish this book, I will definitely be N4. Yeah. Also, I need to learn a little bit more kanjis. Some kanjis I forgot. I thought that I knew the kanjis, but because I didn't practice enough, I forgot. That's dope, man. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll definitely keep it up. I'll definitely stay consistent. And thanks to this stream also, I'll definitely be consistent.
Okay, we'll do that another time. This one is omo, and it
Omo,
only means
to think.
I think this or that. It cannot be used to say I'm thinking. I'm thinking is a whole nother verb. I'm just going to give it to you. It's kangaeru. Kangaeru. Not kangaroo.
I know it.
I know it kind of sounds like that. Kangaeru. Kangaeru. If you're looking for the romaji, that's kangaeru. But we're not going to do that today. And what we're getting ready to do is we cannot use kangaeru. When you want to say I think this or that, you must use omo. Okay, we're also going to use
EU.
iu. Iu means to say. And this is a verb from way back, but we're going to use it. Kiku. Kiku. To hear. All right. Also means to ask, but we're only going to use the to hear version of today. And we're going to use one new particle, which is to. Now, we already know to as a particle, right? I think you see a pattern where particles can be the same sound, but completely different usages. The first time we encountered to was when it was an and. Inu to, neko to, buta, right? So dog and cat and pig. Then we learned to as a with particle. Dare to ikimasu ka? Who are you going with? Georgie to ikimasu. I will go with George. Okay? And now we are using it as a way to mark a quote, a thought, or an idea. Okay? We're going to see how that works in just a second. Let's look at the grammar mechanics. Now, when you first learn a new grammar thing, now someone asked me this on YouTube, and I thought it was a good point. He was a little bit frustrated. He's like, why is it always about nouns, verbs, and adjectives? Because grammar is always about nouns, verbs, and adjectives. The grammar changes slightly based on if you're doing it with a noun, with an adjective, and in Japanese, it's whether it's an e adjective or a na adjective, and whether you're doing it with verbs. So you have meishi, which means nouns. We have keiyoshi, which is adjectives. Remember, there's two types. And we have doshi. Doshi means verbs. So there's slight changes in the grammar depending on the last part of speech before that grammar hits, in this case. So we need to know, are we saying something? Let's just go through a few. Let's look at the sentence. So, inu desu. Okay, inu desu. It's a dog. Now, I want to say, I think it's a dog. So, I have to put to omoimasu. To marks the thing. Basically, at this point, we think it's going to be wrong. Inu desu to omoimasu. But that's wrong. We're going to cover it in a second. Inu desu to omoimasu is wrong, but grammatically feels right. Okay? It's a dog. To omoimasu. Okay? It's a dog to omoimasu. But when you put something in a quote, or a thought, or an idea bubble, okay? In English, we put quotes around it, okay? In Japanese, you have to package it to be in that little circle. And the way they do it is they make things informal. So, inu desu becomes inu da. Inu da to omoimasu. Inu da to omoimasu. I think it's a dog. You cannot say inu to omoimasu. That is wrong. Inu da to omoimasu is correct. The des must remain, but it remains in its informal form. That's how nouns work. Okay, let's look at keiyoshi. We'll start with an ikeiyoshi. Oishii desu. Now, it looks exactly the same, right? It's delicious, as inu desu. It looks exactly like it. Oishii desu, there's a desu. Inu desu, there's a desu. Okay? But we cannot say, we can't say oishii desu to omoimasu, number one. Never, ever can we do that. But we also can't say oishii da to omoimasu. Oishii da to omoimasu is wrong. Keiyoshis, remove the da and just say oishii to omoimasu. The keiyoshis. Did I say keiyoshis? Adjectives. Adjectives remove the des. The des is removed. Oishii to omoimasu. But what if it's a na keiyoshi? Now we don't know this, but I'm going to teach this to you. Hitsuyo. Hitsuyo. Hitsuyo means needed or necessary. Hitsuyo desu means it's needed or it's necessary. This is a really good word. Really good word. For example, 必要ですか? Is it needed? Blah 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 が必要ですか? Do you need a blah blah blah? Okay. Now, 必要 is a na keiyoshi. We all know what that is. We've been doing this book series now for 60 some videos and 600 plus pages, right? So, 必要だと思います. It's just, in this case, just like the way nouns are used. The da stays there. So right now we have a rule. Des becomes da unless it's an ikeyoshi. Okay? Des becomes da unless it's an ikeyoshi. Okay. All right. Let me take a second. No, let me do the verbs first. I was gonna do past tense, but we're gonna do past tense after the verbs. All right. So let's look at the verbs. Ikimasu. Ikimasu. I will go. You want to say, I think I will go. So you're basically saying ikimasu to omoimasu, which is wrong, because you have to make it into its casual, informal form, or plain form. It's called plain form for that reason, because it's neither casual and it's not informal. In this sentence, iku to omoimasu. I think I will go. Iku to omoimasu. Now, if I want to make that sentence informal, I have to change the final verb. Iku to omou. I think I will go. See how that works? Omoimasu is polite. Everything inside the quote must be casual, but it doesn't make the entire sentence casual. That's just the way it has to be made. Now, let's go back to what we had earlier. What if I wanted to say, I think it was delicious? We're still using omoimasu. I think it was delicious. How was the food yesterday? I think now that it was delicious. Well, it's an adjective. Oishikatta to omoimasu. You still cannot have the da there. Oishikatta. It was delicious. Right? If I want to say it was delicious, in normal speaking, I would say oishikatta desu. Right? Oishikatta desu. But in a I think it was delicious, oishikatta to omoimasu. If you say oishii to omoimashita, that means I thought it was delicious. Now you're making the word think past tense, okay? Now let's look at our na keiyoshi, our na adjective. Hitsuyo datta to omoimasu. I think it was necessary. Hitsuyo datta. See, the des is still there. The des does not show up in adjectives, regardless of what you're doing with it. Wakarimashita ka? Do you understand? Wakarimasu. All right. Let's look at some more grammar mechanics. Now, we've only used omoimasu at this part, and we've talked about what we're doing with nouns, adjectives, and verbs. And that rule doesn't change if we change the verb. Let's look at what happens when we change the verb. So we have the first one that we had, ii to omoimasu. I think it's good. Like, hey man, what do you think of the new plan that we have to make this company profitable? Ii to omoimasu. I think it's good. Of course, that's a bad answer. You want to say a lot more than that when you're in a meeting at a company. I'm assuming we still have sound. All right. Ii to omoimasu. I think it's good. But what if someone said, I said it was good. Ii to omoimasu. I said, I think it's good. And then what did George say? Ii to imashita. Ii to imashita. He said, past tense, he said it was good. You shouldn't say ii to iimasu. That makes it future tense. He will say it's good. Typically when you're using you to say, it's always something that's already been said, so that tends to be past tense. But when you're saying think, that tends to be a current thought, so it's almost always omoimasu. Okay? That's a mechanic that you shouldn't forget. So, ii to iimashita. He said it was good. She said it was good. I said it was good. Ii to iimashita. Okay? Oh, hey, Jeff was just talking to you. I heard it. I heard that George, how would I say? I didn't directly talk to George, but I heard Jeff told me that George said it was good, right? So I heard that it was good.
Hello, Ibanez. How are you? Who is this guy? This is from Zero. I've been watching this playlist for since the first day I started. But how are you? How was the karate yesterday? What belt do you have? And how is it going also?
Heard that it was good. Ito kikimashita. Again, heard is past tense. It's already happened, therefore the kikimashita is past tense. Ito kikimashita. Ito kikimashita. I heard it was good. Okay? Now, we could put all sorts of complex...
Heard my coccy's? Wait, what are coccy's? Should be black belt, but I never did the exam. Ah, okay, so you are advanced, huh? Ah, the backbone. Is it serious? Hello, hello. Okay, I think it's good. We lost the go. So, why did you get your backbone? Is it? Don't tell me it's serious. It's a weak part I have doing kicks. Okay. So, you are advanced, huh? You can and landing my stance. Okay. Wait, you fight with another person or you do the one with the show offs? I also have a friend who does karate. He goes to different countries. He told me Shitoryu. Shitoryu, let's check it out. Barely contact. Ah, okay, okay. Barely contact, so you don't fight, like it's not a fight. Show, like when you do these moves or not. Shitoryu style. Okay.
While Shitaru was found Republican karate, Shotokan participated in Asia. It is possible
Yeah, but
to
I don't
engage in
understand. So you fight with other people. I fight, but you have to control. Okay. Okay, so I'm not an expert in karate, but I don't know. But my friend fights, and he travels to different countries. He also always, he's always in tournaments, you know. He probably went to Spain as well. It's nice. I was in karate when I was 9 years old. I went for 1 year, but I wish I have continued, but I didn't continue for I don't remember why. But it's good. Karate is very nice actually. I like karate a lot. I like to watch karate in the Olympic Games. Well, hopefully you do the exam and get the black belt. It will be amazing. You'll be a master. You'll be a sensei. I will call you sensei. Sensei Vicky Banes. Sensei. Sensei Vicky Banes. Okay. Sensei. We need to do it in hiragana. Vic. Vic. How does it? Bik. Biku. Ibane. Ibanesu. Sensei Biku Ibanesu. Since I left 10 years ago, I've returned, but I have to wait 2 years to do the next exam. Ah, okay, okay. You need to practice. Sensei. Okay. So 10 years. You stopped for 10 years and came back. Okay. It's mandatory. It's mandatory, the exam you mean. It's mandatory to wait 2 years. Okay. The federation doesn't allow you to do the exam. Okay, so it's mandatory to stay 2 years. Okay, understand. Well, slowly, slowly. Slowly, slowly. You will wait. What do you think? You will wait for 2 years? I mean, not wait. I mean, you will keep going 2 years. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, keep going. And hopefully you learn Japanese as well. In 2 years, you'll have a black belt in Japanese learning. Sensei Vikibanes. That's what we're going to call you from now on.
Located
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Within this to, within this encapsulated thing. You can hear things. You can.
So yeah, this is guy. I really like him. Yeah, you asked me who he is. He's from Japanese from zero. There is a playlist with 155 videos. His explaining is very nice. I really like the way he explains things. I've been watching him since I first started. I wasn't consistent, like didn't watch him every day. But so far we watched 71 videos, which is nice. So we are almost halfway through, or we are halfway through. And hopefully we finish this playlist. We finish Genki, we finish Taikim, we finish Anki. So that's what I'm trying to do actually. Different sources, you know. I believe that if you study from different websites, different resources, you learn better. So when I first started, I was reading Cure Dolly, if it loads. I was reading Anki, Taikim. I was doing Anki. I was watching videos from this playlist. I was reading Genki also, and I was watching these videos, this playlist, watching Nihongo. So yeah, multiple sources. I think that's the best way you learn and Cure Dolly. And I was reading also a little bit from here, not much. I think I need to go back to reading this one because I think it's very useful. But yeah, different sources. A little bit from there, a little bit from here. It will definitely help a lot. It definitely helped me because I keep repeating, I keep repeating the kanji. I see the one kanji, I see it from different sources, and it helps a lot. It helps stick to you in your mind. Some grammar, some words,
I heard that it was
vocabulary.
Good. Ito kikimashita. Again, heard is past tense. It's already happened, therefore the kikimashita is past tense. Ito kikimashita. Ito kikimashita. I heard it was good. Okay? Now, we could put.
And do they think he explains stick in your mind? Not always, not always. Sometimes. If from the 10 things he says, if only one thing stays in your mind, it's alright. You don't need to remember everything. I don't want to remember everything. Just watch. Just do it. Do it today, do it tomorrow, do it after tomorrow. And from the 10 things, if one thing stays in your mind, it's okay. It's good. It's not okay, just okay. It's very good. You don't need to remember everything. And slowly you do it again. You will find it again later in other sources. For example, he explains something here, okay? Then you read Genki, you read it again in Genki, then you read it again in Taikim, which they are all of them are the same but different way of explaining. So if you don't understand the explanation from here, you will see it here. If you don't understand it from here, you will see it in Taikim. If you don't understand from Taikim, you will see it in Kurdoli. if you don't understand from cured only, you will see it in Anki, and eventually, if you keep doing it, eventually it will stick in your mind for sure. But yeah, it's a slow process, but it takes it. You must be consistent. You must stay consistent.
All sorts of complicated sentences within this to, within this encapsulated thing. You can
Also Duolingo is good. I learn a lot from
is
Duolingo.
within this to, within this encapsulated thing. You can hear things, you can think things, you can say things. As long as you follow the rule of the noun, the verb, or the adjective, you can do it. Okay? You can make all sorts of phrases now. Let's give some examples. All right. So I have an example. I'm going to give you.
For example, this tomoimasu, okay? I tomoimasu. I saw it in Anki. I saw it in Genki. And now I am seeing it here in this video. So I saw it 3 times, 4 times. And I definitely remember it. It definitely stick to my mind.
Good. Okay? You can make all sorts of phrases now. Let's give some examples.
I tomoimasu.
All right. So I have an example. I'm going to give you the Japanese first on this one, and I want you to tell me what it means. First, I'm going to say it to help you with your kikitori, your listening. Okay. 今日は月曜日だと思いました。
今日は月曜日だった。
月曜日だと思いました。
月曜日だと思いました。So, as for today, 今日は月曜日 is Monday. I think it's Monday. I think today is Monday.
今日は月曜日だと思いました。
月曜日だと思いました。I think today is Monday. 今日は月曜日だと思いました。I thought today was Monday.
今日は月曜日だと思いました。
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 I thought today was Monday.
And that means, there it is. 今日は月曜日だと思いました。I thought today was Monday. Now, I want to point something out. In English, we always say I thought first. But in Japanese, it never can be と思いました something, something, something. It's always the thing that you thought, then the verb. Remember, Japanese ends its sentences with verbs. It's an SOV language, subject, object, verb. Okay? Whereas English is SVO. I, verb, the thing. Not in Japanese. So it can never be 思った or 思いました I thought, and then the thing that you thought. Okay? That is very, very wrong if you do it that way. Okay? So, 今日は月曜日だと思いました. Now notice that I didn't say 今日は月曜日だったと思いました. You don't have to have double past tense. 今日は月曜日だと思いました. I thought this thing. Today is Monday. I thought today is Monday. Okay? Was Monday. In English is natural, but in Japanese you're really saying, I thought today is Monday. Okay? All right, here's another one. So that was a verb. Okay? Now we're going to use an E adjective. Okay? How would you translate this? ジョージが優しいと聞きました。
ジョージが
優しいと聞きました。
優しいと聞きました。I heard that Georgie is a nice person.
優しいと聞きました。How would you translate this? ジョージが優しいと聞きました。
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 I thought that Georgie is a good person.
ジョージが優しいと聞きました。There it is. ジョージが優しいと聞きました。I heard that George was kind or nice, right? I heard that George was nice. I am sometimes. Sometimes I'm nice. By the way, someone in YouTube just said, hey, George, can you say, here's what I think? No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just say what you thought the right way. Now, later on, when your Japanese gets better, yeah, I'll give it to you. You can say, 私が思うには The way that I
Sure,
think
more
is,
law.
yeah, but that's way higher level grammar than we are at in book 3. Okay? Do yourself a favor. Learn the basics, learn the basic mechanics before you move to exactly what you want to say in English. The number one reason in my mind, one of the main reasons that people fail in a language or sound bad is they try to replicate English. Don't replicate English. Don't say what you want to say what you can say. And as you get better at the things that you can say, you will be eventually able to say what you want to say directly. Now, that's not always true because sometimes what you want to say is an exact way of saying something in English, but they don't do it in that other language. Now, I know Japanese. I'm pretty good at Korean now. I speak a lot of Korean, and my Chinese is getting better. I'm just getting ready to end my first semester at college here learning Chinese, and I am blown away at how far I've been able to come. And I'll tell you what, there are things that I cannot say in Chinese, so I say the thing that I can. I can say a lot more in Korean, but not everything exactly. There's things that I know in Japanese that I really love the way it sounds in Japanese, but they don't do it in Korean. For example, Japanese love to say things like, yarasete itadakimashite, arigatou gozaimashita, or they say things like, they say things like that where they have a lot of sasete itadakimasu. I will have you allow me to do it. But Koreans don't go that level. They don't. They typically don't do that same sort of overly formal stuff. They do have formal, but it's not like Japanese. And I've been told, don't do that. Don't do that thing. So even though I want to say it, I'm forced to say what I can say and what's allowed in the grammar, right? Because I don't want to sound like a Japanese person speaking Korean, and you don't want to sound like an American speaking Japanese. You want to have natural Japanese, right? And the way to do that is to build your real concrete base, right? These books are purposely paced in a way that you don't get to a point where all of a sudden I don't get what's happening, okay? In live classes, trust me, I tried to push the envelope, but people normally they need a slower pace to really memorize it. All right, here's another sentence. How would you say? Now we have done e adjective, and we have done verb. Noun. Now let's go ahead and do na adjective. Okay, how would you say? George said that he likes Pokemon. Now I'm giving you the English. What does that mean? George said he likes Pokemon, and obviously I do.
George?
These I bought out like the entire store. I love Pokemon. I mean, I'm kind of lame because I didn't actually play any Pokemon game before Pokemon Go, and I feel like that makes me a poser, if that word even exists anymore. That's like a loser Pokemon fan, because I have this other evolution. I think he's Umbreon or something like that. Umbreon. But he's not even in Pokemon Go yet at this stage, and I'm lame. But George did say that he likes Pokemon, despite that. George said he likes Pokemon.
ジョージが、ポケモンと言いました。
ジョージがポケモンが好きだ。
好きだ。forgot the 好き。So, ジョージがポケモンが好きだと言いました。
好きだと言いました。ジョージがポケモンが好きだと言いました。
ジョージがポケモンが好きだと言いました。
Okay. So now, I don't like doing this, but if you are encapsulating something in this form of someone said this, then the wa often is changed to a ga. When you're using someone else in a clause of another sentence, a clause, I hate using that word, but George said this, I'm part of the clause. So I am the subject, yeah? I am the thing that we're talking about, and therefore I get marked with ga, okay? All right, thank you for watching. I did that shrug thing because this is one of those topics that are just so... Because you could say George wa, ポケモンが好きだと言いました。George, the topic, said that he likes Pokemon, but the ga feels more natural in my mind because I'm the cause of the sentence. Thank you for watching.
Okay.
Now,
So, as for now, 今は let's
This is
watch.
going to be a server for
Let's watch this video. Okay, not this one. Where did it go? Okay. Let's watch this new video. He has an amazing Japanese. Yeah, I think he lived in Japan for since he was a child. Since he was 10 years old, I think. But somehow he can't get rid of the American accent. No, but I think when he speaks Japanese, his Japanese accent is good. But he's very good at American also. He lived in Japan almost his whole life, since he was 10 years. But no, I don't know actually. I didn't listen to him speaking like full Japanese. But from the sentences he's saying he sounds good. But I don't think accent is very important, you know. First of all, we need to learn all the grammar and then focus on the accent. For example, my English, I've been learning my English since I can remember, like since I was 9, 10 years old. I can hear some American accent in his Japanese. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it happens. It happens. I've been learning English since I was 10 years old. Okay, and I still cannot speak very good English. We aren't that ambitious. No, if you learn the grammar, if you learn how to read. For example, now I understand perfectly English. I can read books and understand everything, but I still cannot speak perfectly, you know. But I believe that if I live in England, if I live in London, for example, for 1 month and speak with English people, I will definitely, for 1 month, I need 1 month, I'll definitely get used to English. Japanese the same. That's what trying to follow. That's what I'm trying to do in Japanese as well. I try to learn all the grammar I need and then focus on the what do you call it? The accent. But I think that Japanese accent for me, Japanese accent is easier than English. I don't know, when I read Japanese words, it comes naturally. Also Spanish, when I read Spanish, I'm happy that most than happy to be understood. Yeah, for me too. When I speak Spanish, it's easier for me to pronounce the words than English. I don't know, English accent is very hard for some reason. Even Japanese accent, for me, it's easier than English. When you read in Japanese, it sounds super good. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I noticed that's the same. I recorded my voice, or actually, when I listened to the stream later, I I see that my accent is better than my accent in English somehow, which is, I think the English accent is very hard because there is something in the English that makes it very hard for some reason, and I'm trying to figure out why. But I think because the English, the Greek, Spanish, Japanese, the words they say it's like o, e. But in English, they don't say o, they say o. They bend, they bend the letters somehow. That's why for me it's a little bit difficult to pronounce some English words. The a we say in Spanish, in Greek, in Japanese, we say a, okay. But in English, they say a or o, or they bend the words, they bend the letters. If you understand what I'm trying to say. But anyways, let's just watch this video from Nihongo, from Yuta Takahashi.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
レポーターのゆうた
レ
です。
ポーターのゆうたです。
皆さんはふわふわパンケーキ
ふ
を
わふわパンケーキを
知っていますか？
していますか？
ふわふわパンケーキを知っていますか？
ふわふわパンケーキをしていますか？ Do you know the ふわふわパンケーキ？
日本では
日
ふわ
本では
ふわパンケーキがとっても人気です。
とても人気です。日本で、So in Japan, the ふわふわパンケーキが is very famous. 日本ではふわふわパンケーキがとっても人気です。
ふわふわパンケーキがとても人気です。
人気です。
今日はふわふわパンケーキをレポートします。早速、
Today I will report about the ふわふわパンケーキ。
今日はふわふわパンケーキをレポートします。早速、行ってみましょう。
行ってみましょう。Let's go. Yeah, totally well explained. They have an insane amount of vowels in English. Yes, I think that's the reason. Let's go, Utah, with your furry mic. ふわふわパンケーキ。
とってもふわふわしています。
ふわふわしています。
フォークで叩くとふわふわしているのがわかります。
So 叩くと means I think it means when you hit it. To strike it, to hit, yes.
フォークでとってもふわふわしています。
しています。しています。To do. They did a lot of ふわふわ。
フォークで叩くとふわふわしているのがわかります。
わかります。ふわふわしているのがわかります。I understand a lot of ふわふわ
ふわふわパンケーキです。いちごのソースをかけます。いちごのソースをかける。
かける means to put, to add, to host, to raise, suspend, to raise, to host, to かける No? I don't understand this.
かけます。いちごのソースをかける。うわー、おいしそうです。めちゃめちゃおいしそう。じゃあふわふわパンケーキを食べます。おいしそうです。いただきます。口の中からなくなりました。
It became in my mouth. なくなりました。口の中からなくなりました。
口の中からなくなりました。パンケーキが溶けました。
溶けました。What does 溶けました mean? To melt. It melted inside my mouth. Okay.
とても美味しいです。これはいちごです。
これはいちごです。
これはいちごです。これはブルーベリーです。いちごです。
いちご、ストロベリー、いちご。
これはブルーベリーです。これはブルーベリーです。これは
バナナです。
バナナです。これはバナナです。フルーツがたくさんあります。コーヒーを飲みます。パンケーキとコーヒーは最高です。パンケーキと
最高 means I forgot. Best, 最高 the best, of course, yes, 最高。
コーヒーは最高です。もっと食べたいです。もっと食べたいです。
もっと。More, I need more, I need to eat more.
僕はふわふわパンケーキが大好きです。僕はふわふわパンケーキが
僕はふわふわパンケーキが大好きです。I love ふわふわパンケーキ。
大好きです。ぜひ皆さん、日本に来たら食べてみてください。
食べてみてください。ぜひ皆さん
です。ぜひ皆さん、日本に来たら食べてみてください。
When you come to Japan, definitely try to eat ふわふわ。
ふわふわパンケーキ、とっても美味しかったです。皆さんも日本に来たら、ぜひふわふわパンケーキを食べてみてください。他にもレポートしてほしいことがあったら、コメントで教えてください。レポーターのゆうたでした。
Okay. ふわふわパンケーキ very interesting. Let's definitely try it. Put it in my list of things to do in Japan. ふわふわパンケーキ。ふわふわパンケーキ。Okay, so fuwa fuwa, I think fuwa fuwa means soft. Fuwa fuwa. I did not translate fuwa fuwa. Where is it? Fuwa fuwa pancake to fuwa fuwa means slightly, buoyantly. Emphasis. Indicates emotion or admiration. No. Fuwa fuwa. Fuwa fuwa. Lightly, buoyantly. Soft, yeah, soft, fluffy. So fluffy pancake, fuwa fuwa pancake. So fuwa 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 pancake. So fuwa katakana cake pancake. Fuwa fuwa pancake. Okay, so fluffy pancake or soft pancake. Okay, so fuwa fuwa pancake. Alright, maybe Japan has nice food. Maybe it's not just sushi. Definitely Japan has more than sushi to offer. So, as for now, how much time did we do so far? 48 minutes. I think we watch another one video. Okay, so this one is complete. We watched it. We either watch a video from here or no, let's just continue from here. Watch this 50 minutes video. Okay.
That we are on our road continuing down to Fluency City, not worrying about the small details. We could talk about Japanese from Zero Course 3 Lesson 4. Hello and welcome to Japanese from Zero. I'm George Trombley and we are working through Japanese from Zero Course 3. This is still Lesson 4. We're going to do a little bit talking about do, which by the way, all by itself is a phrase. Do, okay? It means, hey, how is it? How is it? How's it? Like maybe you recommended a coffee and I go, let me try it. Then you can ask that guy, me, do, how is it? Do, and I go, oishii, oishii, it's good, it's delicious, right? Mazui, not good, right? Or, ちょっと苦いですね. It's a little bit bitter, okay? All right. That's what do does. So let's look at it. And by the way, you do need to know at this point. I keep saying this. Hopefully you've been through the book and you've gone through it.
休み、上、下、左、and 右。
And at least learn these kanjis, right? These kanji. Yasumu, to rest. Ue, up. Shita, down. Hidari, left. And migi, right. They're very easy kanji to learn. All right, some new words. In the book, we really only teach do, how. It also means what, do. But this is part of a ko, so, do pattern in its most basic form, pretty much. Ko, this way. So, this way or that way, depending on the context. And that way, in a much more distant way of thinking, right? And we will revisit these later on in higher levels, in probably book 4. I'm not sure if it comes up in book 3. So let's look at some examples about how to use do. So it is used with do plus positive verb. Okay, in our examples, that's all we're going to be doing is do plus positive verb. So here's a really good one that my wife uses a lot, and the habit is now transferred to me. I say this a lot. Do omoimasu ka? It's a great question. Like, what do you think? It's how do you think, but it really means what do you think. Instead, you wouldn't say nani o omoimasu ka, which sounds grammatically correct, and it is grammatically correct. It's not how Japanese would say it. They would say do omoimasu ka, or informal they might say do omou. What do you think? Do omou. Maybe I got this new shirt, right?
Domo. I heard it a lot of times. Domo.
This snowflake-looking pattern shirt, and I say do. How is it? Or do omou. Right? What do you think? What do you think? Kono shatsu do omou? Kono shatsu do omou? Right? So if someone thinks it's good, we learned this a few lessons. Actually this lesson I think we learned it. Right? We learned how to say this. I think it's good. I think it's good. Do omoimasu ka?
Do omoimasu ka?
Ii to omoimasu.
Ii to omoimasu.
Ii to omoimasu. Remember, you cannot say ii da to omoimasu. You cannot do that. You cannot say ii desu to omoimasu either. It's ii to omoimasu. Adjectives never use the des when they're packaged inside of an expression of a thought or opinion. Remember that. Ii to omoimasu.
Ii to omoimasu.
All right? How would you ask somebody, hey man, what are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do about tomorrow? Now, in the Japanese that we already know, we could say, ashita nani o shimasu ka? That's also good. But in the context here that we're talking about, there was a choice. There was some sort of problem or some sort of issue that we were working through. I'm not just asking random, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm asking him, hey man, remember that thing we were talking about? There was something happening. We were trying to make plans and we hadn't decided. How are we going to do tomorrow? Is really what we're saying. So it is ashita do shimasu ka? Do shimasu ka? Are you going to go this way or that way? Right? Because do would like to have an answer that says this way or that way, or there's multiple ways, and which way did we choose? Right? Do omoimasu ka? Do shimasu ka? I think I'm going to work. Not going as in to go, but I think I'm gonna work. I think I'm gonna work. What's that? I think I'm gonna work.
I think I'm gonna work. 仕事に行くと思います。
Another nice review. I'll give you a hint. It starts with shigoto. But the word iku is not in there. Let's see anyone who is on the live chat right now. Tell me, how would you say, I think I'm going to work. I think I'm gonna work. I think I will work.
働く。仕事を働くと思います。
Okay, we don't know hataraku yet. And I just
how did he know?
said the hint was shigoto. So XO, you fail. You fail miserably, unfortunately. But yeah, that actually works. Hataraku to omoimasu would work. But we didn't use that version of to work. Nobody has it. Roberto, I also said no iku. You guys are bad students. Okay, Super Gaijin. 仕事をすると思います is correct. You guys need to listen to what I'm saying. Like I said there's no iku, then you're giving me iku. I said it starts with shigoto, you're giving me hataraku. Come on. Come on. 仕事をすると思います. You guys are embarrassing, man. Come on. Seriously. I know there's a delay in the live stream, but it's not that bad. You guys were answering the question. All right. All right. So, 仕事をすると思います. All right. So, let's say I'm asking you, we're trying to plan a time to have a party, and I say, well, what about Friday? You're like, no, Friday's not good. No, what about Thursday? Thursday's not good. Then I'm gonna say, well, how about tomorrow? Very informally, how do we say that?
How about tomorrow?
How about tomorrow?
明日どうですか？明日どうと思いますか？明日どうと思いますか？
明日はどう? And by the way,
明日はどう？
I want to point out something. Nordine El Barcoe, however you pronounce that. Guys, what's suru to mean? Suru covered in course 2. I realize this is a live stream and anyone can jump in, but if you're asking that question, you really need to go back. We extensively cover all of the things. Everyone in the live stream now that has...
Something is beating his mic, right? I hear some noises. Yeah, something. Yeah, there is something in the mic.
Watch the videos up until now. We'll know what we're doing. If you're asking about a key component word like suru, which means to do, you've made a mistake. You're here at the wrong time.
Maybe he's touching his microphone with his hand.
You tried to get ahead when you really needed to. They have a saying in Japanese. Isogaba maware. Isogaba maware. It's one of those idiom things, okay? And it means when you're in a hurry, take the long way around. If you're in a hurry to learn Japanese, actually go through the videos that I've made, because I teach a lot of these concepts. I teach all of these concepts up to this point. A way that I teach is I never try to use anything that we haven't learned in any of my examples. So we all should be able to get ashita wa dou? Hey, how about tomorrow? How is tomorrow? Would tomorrow work? How's tomorrow? Now, informally, I could say, yeah, that's good. I said, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
いいです。
いいよ. This is very popular. And I realized they actually have it in Chinese too. They go en. They type it with like an en. It's en. They do the same thing in Chinese. So it's nice. A Korean does it too, but it's like It ends in a, like all the languages have it. It's kind of nice, but in Japanese, very positive. Like yes, yep. It's like saying yep. いいよ. All right. Let's say you went to school. How was school? How do you say how was school?
学校はどう？学校はどう？
How was school?
学校はどうでした？学校はどうでした？
I'm sorry, Super Gaijin. You cannot say ida. You cannot do that. You can say ides, but informal da, you cannot say ida ever. Sorry. All right, good. Snorlax, you got it right. I like your name, Snorlax, because obviously I'm a Pokemon guy. So 学校はどうでしたか？学校はどうでしたか？学校はどうでしたか？ How was school? Now, as you can see, we've made desta into past tense. Okay, so do can be used all by itself. It doesn't have to be used with omoimasu or shimasu. It can be used with just des, right? All right, so how would we say, this is a bit of a review, it was good, but I don't want to go anymore. It was good, but we can't do that. We have not learned this yet. I'm sorry. This is something that isn't taught until, I believe, lesson 9 of course 3 for some reason. It's too far ahead. I really wish it was taught earlier in the book, but here, we'll just give it to you. We don't know how to say ikitaku nai desu. Sorry. Yokatta kedo, it was good, but mo ikitaku nai desu. I don't want to go anymore. That really should be taught in like lesson 1 of course 3. Maybe when I do an update of the book, I'll go ahead and move it. Maybe some of you who are watching this video have the newer version of book 3 where we've moved it down. It really should be further. I mean, come on. How do you learn a language and not learn how to say I want to and I don't want to? My bad. My bad. All right, so how would you say to somebody, maybe you're trying to set someone up on a date. This is a little bit of a hard sentence because there's a concept that I taught only in the video series. We haven't exactly taught directly in the book. But how would you say, we're talking about Mami-chan, a girl named Mami. What do you think about Mami-chan? About is a keyword. We need to have the word about. What do you think about Mami-chan?
I have no idea. About. Mami-chan. Mami-chan. Oh. Mami-chan to. No idea. Mami-chan ni.
I'm sorry, Michael. Yeah. I demo also doesn't work. You say I kedo. I kedo works, but I demo doesn't work. Sorry to bust your bubble. You guys should just stop typing, maybe. All right, so how would you say, again, what do you think about Mami-chan? Perfect. Richard Tomic, you got it. Wow, I'm really addressing the stream today. I don't normally like to address you guys that much. You got it exactly correct. Mami-chan no koto. And we could have a wa there. Mami-chan no koto wa dou omou? Mami-chan no koto wa dou omoimasu?
Mami-chan no koto dou. So about. Koto means about. Mami-chan no koto dou omou?
Ska would also work. So, how do you feel about her? Like, what do you think about her? What do you think of Mami-chan? I think she's cute. I like her. I think she's cute. We don't have to say she, remember? We just say think is cute, right? Think cute. Right? How would you say that? Now remember when we're packaging the word kawaii, right? We're saying is cute, right? Kawaii desu. Remember that when you're saying I think kawaii desu, the des is dropped. The des does not stay there because it's an adjective. It's gone. So, unless it's a not adjective, but this is an e adjective. So, kawaii to. Oh, and I have a typo. Let me go ahead and fix it. I'm missing a mo.
Is about.
It says oimasu.
Mami-chan no koto dou omou?
Okay.
Mami-chan no koto dou omou?
All right. Now we can actually. Oops. Went too far. All right. So, kawaii to omoimasu.
Kawaii to omoimasu.
Kawaii to omoimasu. Think she is cute. I think she is cute. Suki desu. I like her. Right? Now, we're at the end of this lesson, but I just want to point out there are no pronouns to be found anywhere in there. In English, remember, we always have to say, I think she is cute. I and she must be there. But Japanese, you're the one talking, so we know that you think it. And we've already established that we're talking about Mami-chan, so I don't have to bring up her name, or I don't have to bring up a pronoun to say, her, so, or she. So, kawaii to omoimasu, automatically English becomes, I think she's cute. Think is cute, right? And suki desu, like it, right? But there we know that desu, remember, Japanese verbs and desu being one of those verbs are pronoun neutral. They cover all of the pronouns depending on the context. That's why if you came into the middle of a conversation and you just heard kawaii to omoimasu, suki desu, you don't know what they're talking about. In English, at least you know, I think she is cute. We know you think it and you're talking about a girl. But if you heard kawaii to omoimasu, that could be you think the dog is cute. And suki desu, I like the dog. We don't know because we're coming in the middle of a conversation. All right, that is it for this lesson. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Japanese from Zero.
Okay, so that was very interesting. Very nice way to explain it. I really like watching this playlist. Hopefully we finish it. We are halfway through, yeah, another 70 almost videos, and we finish it. So we're just going to keep going. So as I said, multiple sources, multiple resources. But anyway, so 1 hour I think is enough for today. 1 hour I think is enough for today. Uh, we keep going tomorrow, obviously, never going to stop. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sensei. Sensei Vic Ibanez, for coming by, saying hello. And yeah, I see you tomorrow. If you come tomorrow, you are more than welcome. Good night. Good night. Good night, Miss Sensei. So, and bye bye. Bye bye. O yasumi nasai. O yasumi nasai.